Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome once again to Eight Letters Live. And with us today is a fast rising young poet. She's so young, but I've seen her works and I really admire her works. Now, who is this fast rising poet we're talking about? She started writing, I think, by the age of 8 or 5, and she learned rhymes, and she is also quite a traveler, and she describes herself as a scholarly hodophile. I don't know what that means, so we'll ask her. And she's also a quarantine turned semi homebody and an old soul who loves to shop for stationery. I'm sure you like her as much as I do. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Maria Soliel. Hello, Maria. Hello. Let's try to do that once again. Hello, Maria Soliel, the author of Epiphanies and Formalities. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well.
That's good. That's nice. That's nice to hear. Okay, now let's talk about the book. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm quite intrigued by your title, Epiphanies and Formalities. Why the title? Who chose
Um,
this? Did you choose this?
yes, I chose it, of course. It's called Epiphanies and Formalities because during quarantine, I had a lot of epiphanies about the formalities we go through as the unspoken formalities that we go through as teenagers.
Mhm.
Mhm.
How would you like to elaborate on that? I mean, I was once a teenager, but of course times are different now. What kind of realizations were these?
That ev- every adult was once a teenager, so we all have these universal sort of universal experiences that we sort of can't explain but somehow comprehend, and that's something that connected me and my parents because during
Mm-hmm.
quarantine I would ask them, Mom, Dad, what's it like to be a teenager in your time? And we would talk about it, and I found out we all have the same feelings no matter what time uh, it's set in. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Is that the theme that binds all of the poems in your collection?
Um, Not essentially, but some of the
Mm-hmm.
poems
Mm-hmm.
uh, really does embody Epiphany Formalities.
Can you cite, like, for example, what are these things that you and adults, or say your parents, share when you were when they were teenagers, and now you're experiencing them also because you're in that same period.
Of course, we have crushes, which everyone
Mm-hmm.
has,
Right.
but that's something that's already given. And also, this sort of uh, the time of questioning, where we question everything. Why is society like this? Why are things like this? Why can't things be done like this way? Why can't things be done my way? So there also goes the sort of obsession with wanting things to be done the way we want it to be, and
Mm-hmm.
that really is part of being young and the journey that we go through to become the person who we are and who we will become.
Now, I'm sure that, of course, part of these poems, or I would say most of these poems, all are also personal stories, right? So, is this the same case for all of the poems? Are there like personal stories? They're yours, or where did you write poems about other people or about, say, concepts?
It's really a mix of
Mm-hmm.
of all in all the poems. Some are really just me, how I felt. Some are really from my diary, and others are just words that came to me during a car ride. And some, of course, are inspired by my experience and the experience of other teenagers, past and present.
Mm-hmm. Can you like share, for example, these ideas? So I would say, if you would pick a profound idea that you chose to include in your book. So what would that be, or what was that about?
Um, I would say that, well, I think the poem Epiphany at Skyway 7 really
Mhm.
does. Do you want me to read it?
Yes, please,
Okay,
so
so
that our viewers can listen to the poems, to your artistry. And while you're looking for the poem, let's check the comment section. Hello, Brad. Brad says, "Yay, go, 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 Maria." And Christian Capras Cornelio, I think he's also a poet. I mean, he's also an author from Eight Letters. He's saying, "Congratulations, Maria."
thank you.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
All right.
Epiphany at Skyway 7. If only the sky were like your face, then the world wouldn't be in such a race. Its soft wisps of wind dance above your hair. Humanity would finally think that life is fair. These wonderful words create reality. Sleeping at night would no longer make sense to me. If only the birds would fly above all the people I love. Why do we think the world is cruel? It just isn't. It was made pure. Humanity is said to be destroyed by materiality, but it is humanity that destroyed materiality. Aren't we all real, therefore material? We mustn't only think of ourselves as ethereal, otherwise it's just proof that we are only material. It isn't the body but the soul that is the core of our being, that is the reason why we have feelings. I shall end this epiphany quickly, for time passes by without any consent from me.
I'm surprised that sorry, I had to take my microphone
Yeah.
and earphones away. There's an interference.
Hmm.
I'm surprised that in your age, I think you're 16. Are you 16 or 15?
15.
15. Okay. Much younger than I thought. That you have these I would say serious themes. I mean, how were you able to compose that? Where did you get them? I mean, what books were you reading? What inspired you to well, essentially, how were you able to compose that? It's a really profound poem.
Thank you. I don't really know how to explain because specifically Epiphany at Skyway 7, it was written while I was on a car ride
Mm.
on Skyway, and then the words just came to me, and I don't really know how to explain. But the books that I've been reading, I would read uh, Thais Stilton, and of course,
Mhm.
I've been interested in philosophy lately, especially since quarantine. So I tried reading Plato for a
Wow.
bit. Hmm.
Plato, the Greek philosopher? Um,
Yes.
I'm just stunned. Okay, I'm stunned. Okay. Who else did you read? I'm sorry. I'm really just amazed with the words that you just read earlier. So and that's just one poem. Okay.
Yes.
How many poems do you have in that collection?
I think about 15, 10, or 12. I really can't remember the exact number, but roughly that.
50, 50,
No, 15,
one
12.
five.
Yes.
Ah, right. Okay, okay. So it's really a slender volume of
Yes.
poetry. Yes. Where did you write poetry before, or before, or like did you put them together in an earlier version or collection, or was this the first time that you self-published your work?
This isn't my first time self-publishing because my first book was co-authored with my fellow homeschoolers. It's called
Mm-hmm.
"Welcome to My Humble Homeschooling," if I remember that correctly, and it's a collection of stories and sort of testimonies of what it's like to be a homeschooler.
Mm-hmm.
So the Epiphanies Formalities is actually my second time self-publishing.
I also want to ask, because of the word formalities, what did that mean? I mean, in this context.
It's sort of an unspoken, unwritten uh, thing. What do you call this? I can't remember what word is it. Rite of passage. There, it's this sort of
Mm-hmm.
unspoken, unwritten rite of passage that uh, we that every teenager goes through, and that shapes who we become as adults and further on as much as we live. Yes.
And you have a long way to go because you're 15 and you have like how many years ahead of you, like 5 before you become an adult. And I
Yes.
am looking forward to the poetry and maybe stories or novels, if you'd ever think of writing novels that you'd compose, no, because you already have such a rich experience already as a teenager. So I'm sure that as an adult, or say as a, how do you call that? Like a new adult, maybe you'd have more. You would have a richer experience also, and of course, writings like maybe a thick volume of writings already by the
Yes.
time. Okay. Did you, or like, were you very particular with the literary conventions in this collection, or did you just like, okay, I'm going to write away. I'm
Uh,
not really going to think about the style, etc.
oh yes, I was absolutely uh, sort of ignorant of styles because I just wrote however I felt, and I didn't really think, oh, should I copy a specific poet or
Mhm.
some my favorite writer? No, I just wrote as I did without no holding back.
But it's novel. I mean, listening to your poem earlier, it's really novel. It's innovative. I haven't seen a 15-year-old write that. But maybe some of these 15-year-olds are, they remain undiscovered. Okay, so
Yes.
maybe if you're listening, you would like to follow Maria's footsteps and start self-publishing your works. Okay. What made you like decide to, okay, I'm going to have another volume.
Um, I just wanted to because I thought it would be nice to do, as well as perhaps become a bridge between parents and young adolescents, because usually at this age, a lot of uh, one of the most dominant feelings or complaints of most adolescents are, my parents don't understand me, they don't
Yes.
get me. So hoping to sort of remind their parents what it was like, and to let the adolescents know that they're not alone. Their feelings are totally normal.
So it's like saying, figuratively speaking, that okay, these poems might communicate the message that you were also like us. Once upon a time, you were also like us, and perhaps that this is a good reminder that we are not alike. I mean, maybe the age is one factor, but really, once a teenager, always a teenager. Maybe. And yeah, Christian says for a 15-year-old, a teen version of maybe a teen version of me, maybe. Okay, but Soleil is much much better. I'm sure. I didn't write that way when I was 15. Okay, I wrote something amateurish, not a poem. Okay, let me see. More questions. Okay, we're done with the read aloud. Okay, young as you are, you have like what kind of wisdom would you like to share with two types of audiences? Number one is your readers, and number two, teenagers who would like to write a poem or a book like you.
So for the teenagers who want to become authors and share their work with the world, it's what Nike said, just do it, because that's really all you have to do. If you just keep on doing it, the rest will follow. And for my audience, you're not alone. It's normal. Your feelings are valid. It all depends on how you express it. for me, I express those feelings mostly with writing and specifically poems for this book.
I like that. Your feelings are valid. So if you want to say something, just say it. Okay. It doesn't matter if you've written a lot. The more important thing is you try. Okay. You try expressing yourself. Thank you so much for that, Maria. Okay. Let's invite our viewers. Aya, can you show the photo of the book so that our audience can? There you go. I love the color. So
Thank,
refreshing. Okay,
thank
orange is the new black. Epiphanies and formalities. I love the cover. Who designed that?
I did actually. I did everything by myself. I designed the book. I designed the book cover. I did the whole layout and all that.
My goodness. Add 15, a writer, a layout designer, and a cover designer. I don't know what to say.
Thank you.
I'm in awe, of your talent. Okay, how much does Epiphanies and Formalities cost?
Oh, Epiphanies and Formalities. Well, isn't it on Shopee and Lazada?
Yeah. Can we show it? Can we show the Shopee page so that our viewers can see how much?
And it's
I'm
also
sure
what
you have a copy of this with
uh,
you.
of the page. Oh yes, I have it right here.
The paperback. Okay.
I'll just
Is this
get it.
also available in ebook format or is just as paperback?
Oh, it's also available soon to be available on Amazon
That's good.
as a Kindle version, and it's also on the Eight Letters um, website, I
Right.
believe.
Okay. If we can flash, Aya, if you can flash the Shopee page so we can see the price, how much does it cost? Okay, but I'm sure that if it costs, I know it's affordable. Okay, and if you want to witness Maria's talent, you want to have something to read while we're all in quarantine. Well, some of us are in quarantine, others are already up, walking about. But
Yeah,
it's nice to be reminded of what it's like to be young and vibrant, and not age is just a number. You can be young and wise like Maria. Okay, I'm not sure if the Shopee page is available right now. Okay, but we'll try to get back to you, everyone, for the cost, for the price. Okay, just look for Epiphanies and Formalities in our Shopee page or in the Eight Letters website. Okay, it will be there. Okay, or you can also ask Maria. Okay, Maria, do you have a Facebook page or author page where people can communicate
um,
with you?
I have a YouTube channel and
Mm.
a Instagram and Facebook, of course. So for sorry, for YouTube, my name is Maria the Stardust. There, I make short films and videos. But
Wow.
you can also message me, DM me on Instagram, or just message me on Facebook if you're interested.
Yes, please. Okay. And if you want to make chica with Maria about her poems, for example, the poems inspired you, okay, you can check her Instagram account or YouTube. Please support our local authors, especially young local authors. Okay. Especially Maria Soliel. Really love your name. I'm a Francophile.
Thank
I love
you.
your name. Soleil, for everyone who's listening, Soleil is the French word for sun. Okay, Brad says, thank you. Okay, Marie is congratulating you also. A lot of people are, I'm sure, they're so excited with your book. Thank you so much, Maria, for being with us this afternoon and for trusting Eight Letters with your book, with your second book. Thank you so
Thank
much, Maria. And we'll see you around. Everyone, see you next week, guys. Bye bye.